What's going on, everybody? It is Mr. Daniel Wiafe. Let me swipe this down to turn myself around. Hey, there we go. What's up, everybody? It is your man, Daniel Wiafe, and I am coming at you with a real estate investing Periscope for Saturday afternoon. So, yeah, so hope everybody is okay. I'm getting kind of used to this thing. What's going on, Moneymaker1? How you doing? All right, we got Danny underscore 23. We got the Polish redneck up in the house. So he was on last night. I love that name. What's up, CTV Homes? What's up, Dan Huskies? Oh, okay. That's my man Brian Johnson. He actually closed his first deal. What, today or yesterday? How much did you close your deal for, Brian? Oh yeah, keep on tapping those screens and give me hearts. I love it. So just double tap your screen and give me some hearts and swipe down and invite your friends and all that. So Mr. Brian got a check for $2,200 yesterday, January 1st. Awesome, awesome, man. I remember the second deal that I ever closed. I closed it for 5,000 bucks, and it was on a January. I went out to go see the guy on January 1st. He had replied to some marketing that I put out in the last week of December, and I went out there. I got the house on the contract. It was a beat up house in Sand Springs, Oklahoma, 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom house, 900 square feet. I put it under contract for 10,000 bucks, and in about 2 3 weeks time, I was able to sell it to this family, and I sold it for 15,000 bucks. And so I made a total of 5,000 bucks off of that deal in 2 3 weeks. That was like incredible. I was like stoked. So, but yeah, man, congratulations again, Brian, on that close you did. So, anyways, I'm gonna get up into this podcast. I keep on calling it a podcast. Why do I call it a podcast? It's called a scope, right? Is that the proper name for these periscopes? Is a scope? Somebody talk to me. All right, we're just gonna go with scope. So, anyways, I may switch hands because, like, I need to get one of those little arm things that those little selfie sticks. Oh, thank you, Polish Redneck and Ray. Yeah, I need to get one of those selfie sticks because, like, I'm holding it up with one arm and, like, my arm's getting, like, really, really, really tired. And I feel like I'm going to have, like, one buff arm and, like, a skinny arm. So, yeah, I really need a selfie stick. So, anyways, switch hands again. All right. So, I just want to make sure I'm not covering up the mic. Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. All right, so today's broadcast slash scope, I want to touch up on a quick subject, which may help some of you guys. I know some of you guys out here are newbies. You may not have closed the deal. Congratulations to Brian. I mean, he was out there. He was out there killing it. And I know he got started in, summertime? And I had introduced him to one of my boys up in Omaha, Nebraska. His name is Dennis Sterling Anderson, and he helped him. So the biggest thing with getting started in real estate investing is you definitely need a coach, you need a mentor, you need somebody to take your hand and show you to the promised land. And the one thing that I'll say to you, Brian, I love that dude. Me and him, we used to run track together back in high school. The one thing is he persevered. And the biggest thing that I see with all business people, you guys, is that they persevere. They know that business is not a sprint. Matter of fact, my man Ray Mabry said that the other day. What's going on, Detroit Quinn? DET Quinn? Hello, welcome to the scope. So one thing that my boy Ray said the other day was that business is not a 26.2 mile marathon. It's a sprint. I mean, no, I'm tearing. I'm like butchering it up. He said it's not a sprint, but it's a marathon. So basically, when you're doing a marathon, you need to be in there for the long term. You don't just jump into a marathon and expect it to be over in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a minute man. Have some longevity to you. So anyways, Brian, he just said that he's going to close deal number 2 in the next couple weeks. And that's where perseverance plays his hand in, because Brian could have easily given up. Because I know that he has some deals that he put under contract. Thank you, Ray. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Thumbs up. But Brian had a few deals which he had under contract, and he stayed in the game. You know, he didn't give up. He didn't make excuses. He didn't say, "Oh well, this wholesaling real estate doesn't work. You know, it sucks. You know, they fed me a bag of lies." No, he got in there. He persevered. He put in the work, and that's why he had success. You know, the same rang true with one of Lo Chiral's students. You know, this dude was a 19-year-old cat. You guys need to follow Lo. She's also a sweet real estate investor. The dude got into the game about, I think, the summertime as well, and he just closed, I believe, a $4,000 or $5,000 deal. So, you guys, perseverance is the biggest thing that you can have in real estate investing and in business in general. So, trust me, I'm 35 years old right now, and I've been full-time in business since the age of 25 years old. So I haven't had a full-time job since the age of 25. So I'm 10 years in the game, you know, and you can see I lost all my hair in the midst of being in the game. So, but anyways, let me get back to the subject of this scope. So if you want to make your first $5,000 in the next 30 days, obviously I can't guarantee that you're going to make any money in 30 days. But this is going to give you a nice, simple blueprints for you to wholesale your first deal and put some money in your pocket. You know, let's start off 2016 with a bang. You know, the first step you want to do is do this. Step number one is you want to go ahead and set up 2 phone numbers for yourself, right? So you're going to go to Google Voice, or you're going to go to callrail.com. So that's Google Voice or callrail.com. And what you're going to do is you're going to set up one phone number, at least one phone number for sellers, and you're going to set up at least one phone number for buyers. And you want to have one phone number for each one because your voicemail greeting for each one of them is going to be different. So when sellers call your line, you're going to say, "Hey, thanks for calling Wiafe Real Estate. Yeah, thanks, Ray, for Google Voice or CallRail. Thank you for putting that down there." So what you're going to do is on your voicemail greeting for your sellers, you're going to say, "Hi, you've reached Wiafe Real Estate. Please leave your name and number after the tone. And if you're looking at selling a house, please leave your address after the tone." And let them leave the message. If you are leaving a voicemail greeting for your buyers, you're going to say, "Hey, you've reached Daniel. Please leave your name and number after the tone. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible." You know, the voicemail greeting that you leave for your buyers is going to be a little bit more personal related. So you don't want it to sound all businessy and professional and whatnot, you know. And then the second step that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have contracts. So when you're dealing with sellers, you want to have what's called a property sales agreement. I call it PSA for short. And I have a sweet 4-page sales agreement that I use. It basically has loopholes and exit strategies that are in there. So just in case you get a property under contract, let me switch up the phone a little bit. All right, new hand. All right, so basically my property sales agreement, you guys, it has a loopholes in there where if you put a property under contract and let's say you're not able to flip it to a cash buyer, you can easily back out of there without worrying that the seller is going to sue you or whatnot. What's going on, Edward Orr? And it's very important that you have loopholes in these contracts. And you also are going to need an assignment contract for your buyer to fill out, because once you find a buyer for your house that you put on the contract from the seller, you're going to need to have the buyer just sign a 1 to 2 page assignment agreement, which basically states that you are assigning that seller's contract and the rights over to that buyer for a set price. And in our case, most of the time, our set price is going to be $5,000 on average. So in this game, in wholesaling, in this business, you can typically expect to make about $5,000, $6,000, even $10,000 on average. You know, sometimes you may make a little less money. Sometimes you may make $2,000, $3,000. Sometimes you may make a lot more money. You may make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. You know, my first big home run deal that I did was a $30,000 virtual wholesale deal that I done. I've seen guys hit as high as $70,000, $80,000 for a wholesale deal. Matter of fact, Ray Mabry, make sure you guys follow him. Hooray Marketing. Him and his student just closed a $30,000 deal, I believe it was. Matter of fact, I think it may have been $60,000. So whatever the case, whether it was $30,000 or $60,000, that's a lot of money, right? Right. So anyways, you can get those 2 contracts for free. just send me an email to my email address, which is gift@houseflippingdojo.com. That's right, TR12. He is a pretty good guy. So for those contracts, you can get them for free from me. Send a email to gift@houseflippingdojo.com. So the deal that Ray closed was a $60K deal. So welcome, Miss Aunt Pam from Houston, Texas. I'm still a little bit mad because your Houston Texans are gonna win the conference over my Indy Colts. So whatever. So I still got love for you, Aunt Pam. So anyways, keep those hearts coming. But if you want those contracts from me that I use, just send a email to gift@houseflippingdojo.com. Yeah, go Colts. That's what I'm talking about. You my man. Oh, no, you're not a man. You are my lady. Stealth 0822. Anyways, Indy, what's that? Pam, you nuts. All right, so anyways, the next thing that you want to do is you want to build up your buyer's list. You want me to spell my email? Okay, so gift, GIFT, at houseflippingdojo.com. So HOUSEFLIPPINGDOJ as a Jack, O.com. And welcome Imperial Slate to the scope. So, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, man. So, after you've done that, the next thing you want to do is you want to build up your buyer's list. And so, here's a couple things that I've done in the past. So, when I first got started in investing back in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I just marketed a phantom property. And so, I know some people, they don't like marketing phantom properties, but I love doing it. I've had a ton of success doing it. My students have had a ton of success doing it. And basically what you do with a phantom property is you're just making up a property and you're stating that you have a 3-bedroom house for sale that you are selling for $19,000 or $25,000 and or whatnot, whatever the case is. You know, just make something up. And sorry, wanted to make sure I had heard clearly. Oh, no problem, Polish redneck. Can I say that? Is that like politically correct for me to say that? Like, I'm a black guy, so I'm not sure if I can like say that. But McLean, Jew McLean, what's going on, man? So welcome to the scope. So anyways, what you want to do, welcome Wealth Clues to the house. So what you want to do is build up your cash buyers list. And so put up a phantom sign, and your sign is going to say cheap house for sale, first line. Second line is going to say must sell now, exclamation point. Third line is going to say only $25K cash. Next line underneath there is going to say call now, and then your phone number. Make sure that your phone number is big, make sure that it's bold, make sure that people can see it, and you're going to put it on an 18 by 24 inch corrugated sign. And so you can get those 18 by 24 inch signs pretty much anywhere. You can get them from dirtcheapsigns.com. I'll say it again, dirtcheapsigns.com. You guys better keep those hearts coming. Go ahead and double and triple tap those screens. You can also get it from signswarehouse.com. And Aunt Pam just confirmed it. You'll get a busload of calls. A busload. Did you mean to say buttload? All right, busload, buttload. It's all good. So anyways, I got this infatuation with butts now. Don't know what's up with that. But anyways, yeah, keep those hearts coming. So anyways, you're going to get a grip of calls when you put out those banner signs. And what you want to do is you want to put out at least 50 signs. And you put those out in the most popular areas of your town. So the areas where there's a ton of people out there doing shopping on the weekend. They're going to malls. They're doing grocery shopping. You want to go ahead and put those signs out all over the place. Make sure you put it in one strategic area. And you're going to get a ton of calls. So my first time that I did that, I put out 50 bandit signs for cash buyers. And I got, I believe I got about 40 to 50 calls that first day. I got about another 50, 60 calls on Sunday. And then I left the signs up. And then during the next week, I probably got another 40, 50 more calls past that. And so by the end, when everything was said and done and all the smoke had cleared, I got in almost 200 calls from people that wanted to buy my phantom property. And so basically, they left messages. Obviously, I didn't have the line ring directly to my phone. And what's going on, Chris Amaro from New Jersey and Finley 357. So basically, what happened was when I was calling people back, I was pretty much just let me get this thing off. All right, cool. Hey, thanks for inviting your followers, Jew McClain. I appreciate it, man. So basically, what happened was when I had called the people back, I let them know, hey, I'm just giving you a call back. You had thanks, Polish Redneck. I appreciate you, man, and welcome to the call Wealth Clues. So again, all right. Sorry, I'm easily distracted, you guys. So when I called the people back, basically what I let them know was I said the house is sold, but I do get a bunch of properties like that. I get about 2 to 3 of these deep discount properties every month. If you want, I will take your name, I will take your number, I will take your email address, what's up Playoff 31, and I will give you a call as soon as I get some sweet discount properties. Sound good? Yeah, of course. Take it from me. So basically what I would do is I would get their information, I would get their name, their phone number, email address, I would get their firstborn son's name. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't get all that. But you get the drift. I got as much information from them as possible. And other bits of information that I got from them was I asked them, okay, well, how many houses are you looking to buy this year? Okay, they gave me the number. What parts of town do you want to buy your properties in? They tell me what parts of town they want to buy the properties at. Okay, great. Are you looking for properties that just need a tiny bit of work to it? Or are you good with getting properties that need a bunch of work done to it as long as it's a sweet deal? And people would pretty much tell me what they wanted. And so pretty much what I did, you guys, was I just built a Rolodex of literally hundreds of cash buyers. Now, when you put out those phantom signs, let me switch my hand again. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, cool. So what I did was when I lost my train of thoughts. All right. So anyways, what I did was when I got everybody's name and number and information down, then what I did was I just saved it on my computer, and whenever I would get a deal, I would just contact these people, right? And another thing that you guys can do to build up your cash buyers list is definitely, get this pen out of my ear, is definitely go to your RIA meetings. So RIA, R-E-I-A, it stands for Real Estate Investing Association. And there's one, at least 1 or 2 or 3 in everybody's city or town. As long as you live in at least a mid-sized city, there's going to be one in your area. And so the easiest way for you to find out where your RIA meeting is at in your town or your city is to just use Google. Google is always your friend. If you have any question, Google will answer it. I swear to you, Google will answer every question except for what is the meaning of life. It'll probably give you some goofy stuff. But anyways, so if you live in Tampa, just put down Tampa RIA or Tampa Real Estate meeting. Imperial Slate, you want me to repeat the 4 lines of the bandit signs? Yeah, sure thing. So the 4 lines that you put on the cash buyer signs, the phantom property signs that you're putting out is cheap house for sale. 1 line. And then the next line is going to say must sell fast. Next line underneath there. 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I'm sorry, 3/1. And then only $25K cash. And then the last line is your phone number. You're going to put call now in small letters. So call now in small letters. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and write it on my piece of paper. While I am writing it, go ahead and keep on asking your questions. You guys, somebody was asking some pretty good questions. I want to make sure I get to everybody's question. All right, Stay Johnson, welcome to the scope. Cheap house for sale. Must sell fast. And hopefully you guys will be able to read my handwriting. Okay. Hey. Okay, so I am gonna switch this. All right, can you see this? Oh wow, that is messy. My handwriting sucks. All right, so as you can see at the top, when you write out your banner signs, you're not gonna write it out all messy like that. Like I did, you're gonna write it a lot neater and whatnot. So if you're like Aunt Pam, you probably got some really, really, really good handwriting. Pam, what the hell did you just write at the bottom? 20K 3345? I don't understand that. But anyways, you're gonna write cheap house for sale at the top. Must sell fast. Only 25K cash. Call now, and then your phone number. And then playoff 31. You said should you get buyers and sellers first? I recommend that you totally go after buyers first. So it just makes it a lot easier once you get buyers first. So you can go either way, but I totally recommend. And thank you, Greg Harris, for inviting your friends to this Periscope. But I totally would love for you guys to always get your buyers first. Just because, number one, when you get your buyers first, it what it does is it builds credibility within yourself. Because when you're starting and investing, you're kind of wondering if this actually works. And once you put out your signs and you start getting people that are calling you, it just really, really inspires you. And it really lets you know that this thing really, really does work. And then also, once you get buyers on your list, you guys, you are basically shopping for them. So you are like somebody give me the words. You are like their shopping person. Anyways, Pam asked a great question. She said, "How do you determine the real players versus tire kickers?" Now I know Pam; she's an expert. Oh yeah, you're the knight in shining armor. Thank you, Chris. The knight in shining armor. Matter of fact, you guys, look. All right, cool. All right, so look. I'm a knight in shining armor, right, Chris? Is this what you're talking about? I got my little helmet on. I'm like a knight right now. So, anyways, you're their knight in shining armor, and they're gonna totally love you, right? Thank you. Yeah, Chris, you didn't expect that, did you? But anyways, you're gonna be their knight in shining armor, and you are gonna shop for deals for them. And this dude called me Doom. So, welcome to the scope, BJ Stanton. He's like, why the heck is he wearing this crazy helmet on? So you're gonna shop deals for them. And so back to Pam's question, she said, "How do you tell?" I gotta end it with "This is Sparta." Let me do it right now before I forget. This is Sparta, and I got a kick, but you guys can't see my foot. There we go. So, anyways, I feel like I got ADHD, like I'm like getting totally distracted. So, anyways, how do you tell the real buyers from the fake buyers? And what I did was when I got my calls from my buyers list, Pam says I need Adderall. She's a pharmacist, so she can prescribe that for me, right? So what I did was when I called my prospective cash buyers, I based on the questions, the biggest question which can differentiate who is the true buyers and who is the fakers is when it comes to money. So how are you going to finance the properties? And so I would always ask people that. And some people would be out there and they will say, well, Daniel, are you able to finance my purchase? Can you finance a $20,000 or $25,000 purchase? And I mean, if they ask that question, they're not a real buyer. A real buyer has money. And if you don't have money, then you're not really a buyer. If number two, they ask, hey, I would like to use my mortgage loan on that. No, we're not going to deal with mortgage loans because that's not going to work for a wholesale deal. Creative financing really does not work for wholesale or creative type of deals. It only really works on traditional purchases. If somebody stated that, well, can you like partner up with me and you cover half of it and I'll cover half of it, or can you rent out the house or whatever, those are fakers. And what you'll see is when you put out those phantom signs for your cash buyers, you're going to see probably about 40% of the people that give you a call are a waste of time. And a lot of them you can tell who they are, whether they're real or not, based off of the voicemail that they leave for you. So, but the good thing though, you guys, is when you do a phantom sign, you're gonna get a lot of calls, and some of those people are gonna be people that have a lot of money. So a few of the people that had called me back, probably about 3 of them, these were people that had access to large amounts of money, and I'm talking about $1 million plus. These are people that were heads of hedge funds. These were people that were what we like to call big ballers. They're whoppers. They're whales. So, I mean, if I put out those 50 bandit signs and only got those 3 people, that would have been sweet. That would have been awesome. I would say probably another 15 to 20 people were people that had at least $100,000 to $300,000 cash to put on a house. Those were also sweet people to work with. Some of the people were probably another 30 people were people that had access to $20,000 to $100,000 of cash. And those are good people too. And Pam says, put that question in again, Pam. Sorry, I didn't read it until right before it disappeared. Hey, keep those hearts coming, you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for spending time with me in my casa over here in Las Vegas. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So, Pam, go ahead and post that question again before I move to my next thought. Okay, well, we'll wait for her to post that thought again. But welcome to the broadcast, Carmel Gourdet. Hey. All right, so Pam says, I asked them if they wholesale, rehab, or if they're a landlord. And that's actually a great question to ask, because if they're a wholesaler, they're not going to buy your property, but they can have access to cash buyers for your deal. Oh, you're welcome, Imperial Slate. I thank you for coming on the call, on the cast. Keep on calling it a call, but it's a cast. So again, if they say that they're a wholesaler, there's somebody that's useful for you to partner up with, as long as they're not shady. The thing is, you got to watch out for shady people in this business, because the second you turn your back, or the second you turn your head, somebody may try to stab you in your back and steal your deal from you. So it's very, very important that whoever you deal with or partner with is a trustworthy person. If the buyer says that they are a rehabber, you know that they are a person that wants the deal at a high discount. So a rehabber, or a person that fixes and flips, is a person that wants to get the deal as low as possible. And I'm talking about, they typically want to get it at least 65% of the market value minus the estimated repairs, because they need to make money in the flip. Somebody who is a landlord, they're going to be willing to go higher on the acquisition cost of a property. So sometimes they may go as high as 75-80%, because they're in it for the long term. And you guys, different markets have Chris said cheapskates. So different markets are going to have different rates and discounts that people want. So here in Las Vegas, people, because there's a lot of inventory that's there's a minimum amount of inventory that's out here in Las Vegas, and so people are willing to scoop up houses at a lesser discount rate. So sometimes you can wholesale a house for 85% of ARV out here in Vegas. Other places like Detroit, Michigan, where you couldn't pay a bum to take your property for $5, they may only you may need to go at 50% of the discount rates. Different areas are different. That's why it's very important that you talk with buyers and you understand what type of discount your buyers want. And somebody earlier had asked me, what is step 1? Step 1 is you want to set up your 2 phone numbers. You want to set up a phone number for buyers, and you want to set up a phone number for sellers. And you can set up your phone numbers through Google Voice or callrail.com. Step two is you want to get your contracts. So you need contracts that are going to safeguard you and protect you. You can get that for free by sending me an email to gift@houseflippingdojo.com. And the system will automatically send you an email with a download link to the contracts, as well as notes from my webinar, my teaching webinar that I do. The third thing you want to do is you want to build up a buyer's list. And you build up a buyer's list by putting out 50 bandit signs, which are marketing your fake phantom property. And so you're going to put cheap house for sale, only $25K cash, must call now, and put your phone number really, really big in there. And you're going to get your signs from dirtcheapsigns.com or elsewhere. There's a bunch of places that sell signs. You can even buy them locally. So anyways, part of step 3 as well is you're going to join your local RIA meetings. And so you're going to Google RIA or real estate investing group in whatever city you're in. So if you're in Omaha, Nebraska, just Google real estate investing group Omaha. Or if you're in Fresno, California, real estate investing group Fresno, you know, and keep those hearts coming, you guys. Tap, tap, tap those screens. And another thing you can do after